Ian Ziering's attack caps Beverly Hills, 90,210, cast tragedies. Actor and daughter aggressively attacked by bikers on New Year's Eve. Life hasn't been easy for the stars of the hit 90s show, Beverly Hills, 90210. Ian Ziering recently detailed an alarming incident on New Year's Eve when he was involved in a street brawl with a group of bikers. In addition, his fellow castmates have faced myriad health issues, from Shannon Doherty's ongoing fight against breast cancer to Brian Austin Green confessing to suffering stroke-like symptoms for years. This follows the cast facing other challenges, including an awful car crash, paralysis, and even the death of their dear friend and co-star Luke Perry. On New Year's Eve 2023, Ian Ziering and his daughter were driving through Los Angeles when, according to the actor, he stopped at a light and was surrounded by a group of bikers. I experienced an alarming incident involving a group of individuals on mini bikes. While stuck in traffic, my car was approached aggressively by one of these riders, leading to an unsettling confrontation, Ziering wrote on Instagram. In an attempt to assess any damage, I exited my car. This action, unfortunately, escalated into a physical altercation, which I navigated to protect myself. Though Ziering said he and his 12-year-old daughter were both left completely unscathed, he addressed his concerns about the growing boldness of such groups who disrupt public safety and peace. TMZ obtained video of the incident. The 59-year-old called the situation unacceptable and demanded action from law enforcement. This situation highlights a larger issue of hooliganism on our streets and the need for effective law enforcement responses to such behavior, he noted. As a citizen and a parent, I find it unacceptable that groups can freely engage in this kind of behavior, causing fear and chaos, while the response from authorities seems insufficient. According to TMZ, Ziering's vehicle was surrounded by multiple riders on mini motorized bikes on Hollywood Boulevard before the actor got out of his car. Ziering was then seen swinging at one of the riders whose motorbike was parked directly in front of the actor's car. It is unclear what prompted him to throw a punch or if one of the motorcycles had collided with Ziering's vehicle. Other bikers are seen surrounding the actor as 4 people started throwing punches at him after he appeared to knock the helmeted person to the ground. Soon after, Ziering was seen running across the street, followed by some of the individuals attempting to hit him. Eventually, Ziering was able to get away before returning to his vehicle. SSN 24 News Digital reached out to the Los Angeles Police Department and reps for Ziering but has not yet heard back. In mid-September, the cast of Beverly Hills, 90,210 reunited at 90s con. Jason Priestley, Tori Spelling, Jenny Garth and Green sat by Shannon Doherty as she gave the crowd an update on her battle with breast cancer. Doherty became emotional and said, "You guys know how much I love crying constantly. And I do, it seems. So, thank you," she said, according to People magazine. "I have a fight for my life that I deal with every day. I think I am really great," she continued. The 52-year-old was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015. She underwent 8 rounds of chemotherapy and radiation treatments along with a single mastectomy before entering remission in 2017. In 2018, Doherty revealed that her tumor markers were elevated. By 2020, the actress known for playing the role of Brenda Walsh said her cancer was back, and this past year she revealed it had spread to her brain. In June, Doherty shared a video on Instagram of herself undergoing a CT scan. "My fear is obvious. I am extremely claustrophobic and there was a lot going on in my life," Doherty captioned the post. "I am fortunate as I have great doctors like Dr. Amin Muradi and the amazing techs at Cedars-Sinai. But that fear, the turmoil, the timing of it all. This is what cancer can look like." Brian Austin Green is recovering from a mysterious illness that he kept quiet for years. "I'd spent 4.5 years recovering from stroke-like symptoms without ever having had a stroke, but I couldn't speak," he said on Cheryl Burke's Sex, Likes and Spray Tans podcast. The 50-year-old, who played David Silver on 90210, was told he had vertigo and ulcerative colitis, which is an inflammatory bowel disease that at one point caused him to lose 20 pounds. He said doctors could not figure out why he was sick for so long. "Then these neurological things started happening after the vertigo," Green said. "I couldn't speak. I couldn't read. I couldn't write." Green said doctors were stumped by his condition. "It was all undiagnosed by Western medicine, so I ended up having to finally find a doctor that is much more into, like, kinesiology and Eastern medicine," he said. He finally found the right doctor and was told he had internal inflammation from gluten and dairy, with stress as a contributing factor. He admitted there are still questions about his illness, but he feels much better. Luke Perry, who shot to stardom as bad boy Dylan McKay on 90210, died in 2019 at age 52 after suffering a massive stroke. He was surrounded by his children, Jack and Sophie, fiancée Wendy Madison Bauer, ex-wife Minnie Sharp, mother Ann Bennett, stepfather Steve Bennett, brother Tom Perry, sister Amy Coder, and other close family and friends. Perry's publicist, Arnold Robinson, told SSN 24 News Digital at the time. The family appreciates the outpouring of support and prayers that have been extended to Luke from around the world. Following his death, Doherty told People magazine that she was heartbroken. She continued, "I am in shock, devastated by the loss of my friend. I have so many memories with Luke that make me smile and that are forever imprinted on my heart and mind." Spelling said she was in utter shock and heartbroken. At the time of his death, Perry had a recurring role on Riverdale. After his on-screen days as the charismatic Brandon Walsh, Jason Priestley had more time to pursue his love of car racing. But things took a horrific turn in 2002 when he slammed into a wall at 180 miles per hour while driving in the Indy Racing Infinity Pro Series at Kentucky Speedway. Priestley endured life-threatening injuries, including a broken back and feet. He also suffered a concussion and nasty cuts throughout his face. He was rushed to the hospital, where he underwent surgery and rehabilitation. "It was really quite shocking," Priestley said to 2020 host Barbara Walters in 2003. He also admitted he feared he would be paralyzed. "I was really terrified that was going to be me." Priestley had a miraculous recovery and eventually returned to racing. He became co-owner of the Rubicon race team in 2008 and also continued acting. Tori Spelling's life has been plagued with relationship drama, affairs and financial turmoil following her days as Virgin Donna Martin. In 2005, Spelling met fellow actor Dean McDermott while shooting Lifetime's Mind Over Murder. On Spelling's reality show, True Tori, Spelling said they slept together the first night they met. However, they were both married to other people at the time. Spelling and McDermott divorced their spouses and eventually married. In 2014, McDermott admitted to cheating on Spelling with another woman. The two worked through their issues, but in June 2023, McDermott announced in a since-deleted post on Instagram that they were going their separate ways. Besides her marriage woes, Spelling has faced financial troubles, a feud with her mother, Candy Spelling, and she recently said her home's mold infection has been slowly killing her family for years. Spelling was hospitalized for multiple days in August for an undisclosed reason. Gabrielle Carteris, who played Brainiac Andrea Zuckerman, said she suffered facial paralysis and nerve damage after being injured filming a movie in 2006. She said it happened during a scene in which her character was grabbed from behind and dragged up a staircase. Carteris told Entertainment Tonight she had pain almost immediately. "I was jerking around, I lost my speech and was having spasms. My face was doing wild things and I couldn't feel my hands and was having headaches." A year after the injury, the Today Show reported that she continued to have symptoms, including problems speaking, and she took medication to control her spasms. The 62-year-old went on to become president of SAG-AFTRA for 5 years to help protect the rights of actors. Much like her character, Kelly Taylor, Jenny Garth has dealt with relationship drama. In June 2013, Garth split from her husband of 11 years, Twilight actor Peter Facinelli. Following their divorce, Garth told People magazine that during their marriage she spent a couple of years lying in bed being depressed. "Physically, I didn't look my best, and mentally I didn't feel my best." Garth went on to marry Dave Abrams and has been public about living with chronic pain. When she was 45, she was shocked to learn she had osteoarthritis. Now, at 51, Garth uses exercise to help manage pain. She told People, "You think of arthritis as an older people's situation, and I wanted no part of that. That really scared me," Garth said. "But for me, it was more of a catalyst for improving my health and my general well-being."